Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Powassan Sportsplex here for another game of Powassan Voodoos hockey as the Powassan Voodoos take on the Espanola Paper Kings once again. The last time these two teams met, the Paper Kings came away with a decisive 9-2 victory over the Powassan Voodoos in Espanola a couple of weeks ago, and the last time these two teams played right here, the Voodoos came away with a 5-1 victory. So, Powassan faithful certainly hoping for more of that home cooking in that one, or in this one for sure. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by our wonderful co-op student Cassie Millen. And Cassie, welcome to the broadcast. It's good to have you along with us today.
Thank you. I'm truly excited.
It should be good. Cassie, for those at home, why don't you kind of explain a little bit about, you are a hockey player, so you got a little bit more of insight than I ever will.
Yeah.
What position do you play?
I play left defense.
Left defense. So, are you a defensive defenseman or are you an offensive defenseman?
I'm a defensive defenseman.
What, why? What possessed you? I asked Tanai Smith-Thurn this on the podcast. What possessed you to play D? What, not forward?
Well, I did play forward for a while, but our team was lacking some players, and I moved down to defense one time, and I just fell in love with it.
So it just kind of became like your home away from home kind of thing?
Yeah.
See, my reasoning for when I switched to defense was I didn't have to skate as much, or so I thought. Turns out I was wrong. But anyways, that's besides the point. But looking forward to this game. We'll talk about our players to watch here just after this.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
And a huge thank you to Mike the Financial Advisor, of course, for helping us bring you a Players to Watch sponsor. And we'll get to hockey here shortly on the Frontline Game Day broadcast. But quickly, we'll talk about our Players to Watch as we promised. And our first player to watch, we'll talk about our Espanola player to watch, is Owen Ferguson, Cassie. In 22 games played, he has 13 goals, 27 assists, 40 points on the year. So you got to think that he's putting up points. The proof's right there.
Yeah, that's true.
Our player to watch for the Voodoos is Dylan McElhaney, and he's got some experience here in this league. He's only played 1 game so far for the Powassan Voodoos, but he did play with the Timmins Rock. No one around these parts like the Timmins Rock too much, but hey, we'll take a Timmins Rock player with us, and that's Dylan McElhaney. He played 36 games in 2021-22. He put up 4 goals, 18 assists for 22 points, but in 5 playoff games, he put up 4 points. So, you know when the playoffs come around, you want to be a point producer, right?
Yeah.
Are you you much of a point, like, do they put you on the power play? I guess not as a defensive defenseman, eh? Depends. What does that depend on?
How well the game's going, how our players are performing, obviously.
Fair enough.
And if our forwards is able to keep up with it.
Fair. Okay, yeah, fair. I'll take it. Another interesting thing, whenever we see the French River Rapids, who you got to see last Friday for your first ever Voodoos game, actually, wasn't that exciting? 9-6 between the Powassan Voodoos and French River Rapids.
Yeah, it was sure an interesting game.
Yeah, it was indeed, but we talked a lot about Trappers players coming up, and the Espanola Paper Kings have a current former North Bay U18 Trapper. He played for them last year, putting up 34 points on a championship team. He's got 4 points in 4 games so far with Espanola. He played for Georgetown earlier this year in the OJHL. That's Caden Cowell, and he played 9 games last year, putting up 8 points for the Paper Kings. And I got to ask, I know this might be a sore spot for some at home, but Cassie, you got to see the Paper Kings jersey for the first time here during warm-up.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the highlighter green?
I think it's not a good color. It shouldn't be allowed as a uniform.
You know what? I don't think many people would disagree with you. I don't think many people would disagree. I mean, I will give them credit. Their darker jerseys are much better looking. It's like a navy blue, but the highlighter green is not it. As the Voodoos and the Paper Kings come out on the ice here to get ready for this one. Looks like we have Andrew Galton versus Miles Gordon in net as our two opposing goaltenders. So it should be a good one defensively for sure. Gordon hasn't gotten many games under his belt. He was also injured. Galton, a pick of the Sudbury Wolves, and everybody loves Sudbury around these parts as well too, right, Cassie?
Oh yeah, totally.
Well, with that, we are just waiting now for all the Voodoos players to come out, and then we'll get to our national anthems here at the Powassan Sportsplex just momentarily. Once again, Courtney Kenny pleased to be joined by Cassie Millen, and we'll get some hockey going underway right after this, our national anthems.
American and Canadian national anthems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix, ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
And with the national anthems underway and wrapped up, we'll be getting ready here for Powassan Voodoo Hockey on the Frontline Game Day broadcast, and of course Flow Hockey if you're watching, and our wonderful camera operator, Mr. Mike Brown.
On defense, number 4.
Well, let's get you your starting goaltenders. In net for the Paper Kings is Andrew Galton, a prospect of the Sudbury Wolves. In 13 games played, he has 9 wins, 4 losses, a 2.71 goals against average, and a .938 save percentage. In net for the Voodoos is Miles Gordon. He's played 3 games. He has 2 wins, 1 loss, and a .292 goals against average with a .913 save percentage. So Miles Gordon hasn't gotten a lot of runway yet. Again, mentioned he was injured for a stretch. but he is in net here tonight. Tyson Wilcox backing him up, the Voodoos' third stringer so far. He's got 3 games under his belt as well. 1-1, 465 goals against average, and 862 save percentage. And we are just about underway. Ray Smith in for the draw for the Voodoos. He wins it back. The Paper Kings in their road whites are going left to right this period. The Voodoos in their home greens are going right to left. And quickly, it's an icing call against the Voodoos. So, 9 seconds into the game, Cassie, and we're already seeing an offensive opportunity here for the Paper Kings.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting so far. They haven't been playing much.
Draw coming on the far side of the Voodoos zone. Shot comes in, well wide. Reese Smetham in with the puck. Throws it around behind the net to Alex Case. Now blowing a tire for the second time. Well, we've seen a Voodoos player blow his tire. And that was Darby McCarthy. Puck quickly knocked off the stick, but it's back and around the end wall. Case with the puck. Case has it right off his stick. Denuden, another former Voodoo in this one. Tried to get on that one. Ricci quickly up for Smetham, giving away. Peters Davey nearly had a golden opportunity there. He's taken down hard into the boards. And now the Voodoos try to get it out of their zone. Another chance over McCarthy's stick. He's having troubles staying up right now. It looks like he might have some issues with his skates or something. Far corner, that's Booth with it, gives it to Ferguson. Back to Booth. Signoretti, top point getter here for the Paper Kings, over 2 points a game, 50 points in 22 games. Throws the puck towards the net and is turned into the corner. Signoretti now behind the net once again. Lost the handle on it to Ferguson. Back to the point, looking for the shot. Turned on net, stopped by Gordon, and it's back to the point. Thrown back in on the far side. McCarthy gets to the puck. He looks up ice for another man. The Paper Kings doing a great job of hemming the Voodoos in, and that was well offside for Signoretti. Just kind of getting a little bit too excited to get into the offensive zone. And we'll have another stoppage here on the Voodoo side of the ice. A minute and a half into the game, Cassie, it looks like the ice has been tilted to Espanola so far.
Yes, it does. They haven't been letting the Voodoos get it out of their zone yet.
No, not much opportunity for the Voodoos to get out of their zone as of yet, but we'll see if they're able to here as Lemke gets the puck behind his net to Rotundo. Rotundo down the ice looking for Turner. Turner got a stick on it, whacked it into Paper Kings territory and chased after it, but the Paper Kings came away with it and threw the puck right up and out of play. Speaking of some players that we might not see in this game, the Voodoos are dealing with the injury bug. Tucker Shields, Justin Russo, and Alex Little are all out with injuries tonight. Jaden Sturge, who is back in the lineup as of last night against Sudbury. So the Voodoos are at least getting one player back, but a couple of key important pieces are currently out of the lineup. McElhaney chasing after it. Tries to get around his man. It's to Patrick. Voodoos players just falling all over the ice. Kind of a little concerning there. Puck back to the point. Thrown on net by Lemke. That one was tipped away. Turner finds the puck in the offensive zone. Takes the shot. It's off the end wall. McElhaney battling for it. First game at home for the forward. Down the ice the other way now. Gorton takes the shot. That one's wide of the net. Another chance turned aside by Gordon. Voodoos McElhaney in his own zone. Hits it off the boards, flips it out. Unlike the McIntyre Arena in Timmins, the roof isn't too high here in Powassan, so you might need to get used to that as that almost hit off the roof, but it didn't, so play continues. And now that'll go for icing against the Paper Kings here. Just shy of 3 minutes played, 17-19 left in this first period. It's 0-0, and the Paper Kings, although holding most of the offensive pressure, only have one shot on goal. Face-off coming on the near side in Espanola territory. Chase Thompson with the puck, or rather for the face-off. He tried to win it back, but instead he ended up winning it forward right to Espanola. Puck down the ice. Peters Davey was looking for it. That's going to be waved off from the icing. Now McClelland dropped the ice quickly for McMillan. For DuBroy. DuBroy walks in, takes the shot, kicked away by Galton. And we'll get another stoppage here. Andrew Galton playing here for the Paper Kings. As mentioned, he's the Sudbury Wolves prospect. He looked great last year to start the season. He got injured at the NOJHL Showcase in Sudbury, and then he missed about 5 months of the season after that, so he didn't get much playing time. But so far this year, He's gotten into 13 games with the Paper Kings, as mentioned. A .931 save percentage, and he's looked great in highlighter green. Puck around behind the end while Danuden with it. Tries to fish it out. Got it to the blue line, but no further, and now it does get further as Lines got to it. Quickly, Dawson takes a shot from the neutral zone. It went wide. Another chance there. Beatty throws it on net. Galton with a good blocker there. And the puck is back in Espanola hands. Flipped down the ice by the Paper Kings. Quickly, Lemke threw it back into neutral zone. Danuden gets to it. His man was too deep in Voodoos territory, so he had to flip it in. Well, the team tried to get off or onside. McDonald stopping a good stretch pass forward for Beatty. Beatty back to Lemke. Lemke going for a skate, gets around his man in the corner. Lemke out front to Smitham with a shot, and he just, I don't know if Galton got a piece of that, but it just went wide. The shot judges saying shot on goal, so Galton with the save. Behind the net now, Espanola with the puck. Looking for a stretch pass, rather trying to beat the offside, and they did with Ferguson down there. Now Signoretti with the puck out front. Looking for a chance, that's Booth as he goes for a skate behind the net. Losing his stick now as the Voodoos pick up the puck. Case with it to Reese Smetham. Smetham trying to find the puck now in Espanola territory. He's taken into the board, so he loses possession. Now it's back to Ricci. Ricci throwing it on net well wide. And Espanola once again picks it up. Ferguson looking for the puck. He finds it. And he sends it back to Signoretti. Signoretti behind the net, threw it around. Back for Patrick. Patrick flips it out. And now Pethick with it, sends it right back in. Pethick, his dump in, found McClelland on the far side. And the puck back, going cross ice. Another chance just missing the net. Bruce had the puck, trying to find it. Now the Voodoos do get it out as that Sturge who wills it forward. Bruce with possession, gets it down. And that'll go around for the Voodoos to find, but it doesn't get out as Bruce tries to take a shot. It's over the net and out of play. A souvenir there for General Manager Chris Dawson to go find. And that's always a good time for Mr. Dawson. The Voodoos are coming off a 4-3 loss at the hands of the Greater Sudbury Cubs in Sudbury last night. Unfortunately, the Voodoos held a 2-0 first period lead and a 3-2 third period lead. If you're a North Bay sports fan, not a good night in general. The Battalion losing in overtime last night. And then the Voodoos, of course, losing at the hands of the Cubs. Turner can't get his way out of his zone. Patrick overskated the puck. Green Gorton to it. Lemke back for Turner. Battling for possession is Bruce as he sends it back in looking for Green Gorton. Rotundo on the far side. Rotundo got it up to McElhaney. McElhaney now to Lemke. Lemke walks in, gives it to the point for Turner. Turner dumps it in. McElhaney tried to pick it up, hopped over his stick, and now Espanola wills it down the ice. That's not going to go for icing, though, as it hit a Voodoos player on the way down. 6 minutes gone here in this first period. Nothing. McElhaney gets a piece of it and sends it right down into Paper Kings territory. Up the ice quickly, that's Saucier to Peters-Davy. Peters-Davy missing a big check by Ricci. He felt that one up here. Puck battle on the far side wall. In the corner. As nobody seems to be moving it forward. 3 Voodoos jerseys, 1 Paper Kings. As now Dubroy comes away with it. Dubroy flipping the puck down the ice. Galton stops it, and he's going to cover it up. And we'll get another stoppage here. However, if you're the Paper Kings, you might be missing a big player on the back of the blue line right now. Spencer Horgan's played 21 games. I haven't seen him out there as of yet. As a defenseman, 14 goals, 32 assists for 45 points. And he signed with the Sudbury Wolves earlier this year, so he's been playing some OHL hockey for the Wolves. And that some people say it's not that great. I like it, that old barn there in Sudbury, the Sudbury Community Arena. Quite a nice place to take in a game, unless you're Ben Long. He doesn't like that place. I love it. I absolutely love it. Out front for Ferguson. He teed up a shot, couldn't get it away, though, as the pass was in his skates. Now Case going the other way. And that's just going to go offside. Case did a really good job of keeping the offense from the blue line when Little was injured earlier this year. And now that Little is once again injured, Case doing his part again from the back end. Alex Little, of course, the last couple of games, putting up some record points, too, for the Powassan Voodoos, as he now stands alone as the highest point getter in Powassan Voodoos history as a defenseman. And also the captain of the team, so you can tell that they miss him. Miles Gordon behind his net, nearly had the puck stick out for Ferguson. Now Ricci lost it out front, shot off the side of the net, bounces out. Ferguson with possession once again. Smith battling for it. Pethick takes another shot. Gordon makes the save on that one. And now it's out front. Good save there by Gordon to get a piece of it, and the puck comes out, but not out of the zone. McCarthy battling for it is kept in by the Paper Kings. And now in the near side corner to Ferguson. Ferguson back to the point. Battling for possession once again. Puck down the ice, McCarthy flips it in. Smith will chase after it. Late hit there. The fans love to hear it. Good wraparound attempt there by Reese Smetham. Turned aside by Galton. Another shot from the point, stopped by Galton. And I gotta say, Cassie, those blue pads are a little bit clashing with the jerseys and the pants, I would say.
They definitely do. It just doesn't look professional at all.
Well,
Don't match.
I'm no fashionista, but I'll tell you right now, the highlighter green and the blue, it's just something that clashes for sure. Sudbury Wolves blue and Espanola highlight green. Face off, won by the Paper Kings in their own zone. Down the ice, quickly, dumped in, and that'll go for icing, although Bruce is arguing with the referee. It wasn't the referee who made the call, of course, it's the linesman. I would argue Bruce had a pretty good case on that. I would say he had the inside track to negate the icing. But we'll still get a face-off here for the Voodoos offensively. And Powassan will not complain. McElhaney in for the draw. He wins it back. It's to Patrick. Patrick with the shot, and it's off the blocker. The two Pittsburgh products connecting there on a nifty play. Now coming in once again. Another chance off the side. And that was Cowell actually with the puck. Caden Cowell with the puck knocked back in. Sturge gets to it. Big hit leveled there by Lemke. He lost the puck though, and now a chance for the Paper Kings. Back to Bruce. And the Paper Kings take another shot, kicked away by Gordon. Lemke gets to it. A couple of former Trappers in this one. If Justin Russo was in, there'd be three. Caleb Dawson and Cowell. Another shot. Just missed the net there. Turner flips the puck out of the zone. And McElhaney had a piece of it. And now Bruce going the other way, but he loses it. And now Thompson picks it up and had to skate around, and nobody had the puck. As everyone just kind of went around, and McElhaney with the backhand chance, shouldered away by Galton. And Thompson picking it up. Now Thompson battling for it as he loses the puck. Denuden sends it back behind the net. And Espanola with possession, flipping it down the ice. Denuden just missed that pass. And on the far side, getting to that one was Dubroy. Dubroy back for Peters Davey. Cross ice now. Espanola gets it right back into Voodoos territory. Dubroy flipping it around. McDonald keeps it in and sends it right back in. McMillan to Lemke. Lemke to Dubroy. Dubroy wills it past. Dubroy walking in, takes the shot, and that one's blocked by a good defensive effort there by Espanola. Gordon with the puck. Got up quickly, looking to pass it quickly to down the ice to try and capitalize on maybe a poor line change by the Paper Kings, but now the puck's back in. Signoretti with the shot, saved by Gordon, and he'll just cover it up. And Lucas Signoretti, Cassie, is not someone that you want to have coming down on you. We'll get your thoughts in after this quick break here. He's got 22 goals in 22 games, but we'll be back with more Frontline coverage on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
All right, Cassie, you see a guy coming down like Signoretti as a defenseman. What are you looking to do when he's got 22 goals in 22 games?
Personally, try and keep him out to the boards. Be like right in front of the puck. Just keep up with his speed and keep up the pace with the puck and just not letting him get a shot.
Well, you know that guy's going to get a shot, though, so how do you try to keep, like, I know you mentioned keeping him out to the boards, but how would you keep him away from, like, the high danger areas?
That's hard.
I mean, I get it. The guy's got 22 goals in 22 games.
You can't, at that point, it's kind of hard to do. To keep him from getting the goals. He's definitely a good shooter and definitely puts the puck in the back of the net whenever he gets a chance.
Well, like we mentioned, 22 goals in 22 games for the Paper Kings. Signoretti playing some OHL action as well, too. So the Paper Kings, with no shortage of players that have played major junior on their team, with Signoretti, Horgan, and Bruce. Puck back to short, taking a shot, blocked away by Gordon into the corner. And now McCarthy couldn't get the puck out of the zone. Paper Kings now buzzing after the mid-period timeout. As the puck goes around the other side, Smith nearly got a stick on that one, but couldn't. Now Smetham over to Smith. The battalion prospect gets the puck, takes the shot, and saved by Galton. Shades of maybe the future there as Reith Smith against the Sudbury Wolves prospect with a shot. Reith Smith's been very hot as of late too. So, I mean, he's got 23 points in 23 games. We have to remember, he's a 16-year-old in this league. So, can't complain too much when you're a point-a-game player as a 16-year-old. Puck one back, Beatty with the shot off the face-off. That one's blocked, and Espanola sends it the other way. Shots on goal, 8-7 in favor of the Paper Kings. And we'll get another icing here against Espanola. So the Voodoos with another face-off in the offensive zone. It worked out pretty good last time, but Beatty's shot was blocked. Owen Smetham now in for the draw on the near side. And we'll get the puck out of Voodoo's territory. Sturge in a foot race for it. Wills it back to Dawson, and he nearly lost it. Now the puck sent down the ice, and that'll go for icing against the Voodoos. Although Dawson with a valiant effort, just coming up a little bit short. So we'll get a offensive zone draw now for Espanola with 10 minutes and 59 seconds gone in this one. 9:01 left in the first period. 0-0 is your score here early between the Voodoos and Paper Kings. The Paper Kings winning 9-2 a couple of weeks ago in Espanola. So a little bit more tame to start this one. Battle on the near side. In Voodoo's territory. Comes out to Ferguson. Ferguson passing the puck cross ice, and the Voodoos are going to have a delayed penalty here. As on that play, they tried to stop Ferguson. Puck sent down the ice and just wide of the empty net. That'll be Beatty who goes off. And Cassie, you got to pick your brain here as well as a defenseman. You know, when you're out there on the penalty kill, what's your initial thought?
Well, it's I don't really remember right now, but normally it's kind of just like, I got to do my hardest, because if not, we're screwed.
Yeah. Bodies in the lane, right?
Yeah.
Try and take away all the shooting or opportunities you can. So we'll see Espanola go to work here on their power play. To Ferguson. Ferguson down behind the point. That's Peters Davey with it. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson back to the point to Signoretti. Signoretti walking the line. Had the puck knocked off his stick briefly. And now it's to Ferguson. Bouncing puck over to Signoretti. Wrapped around chance. Ferguson puts it in the net. It's 1-0 Espanola here on the power play, as Ferguson was able to sneak a pass for his 14th goal of the season. And once again, the Paper Kings are up 1-0 now. All right, let's pick your brain some more here, Cassie.
Okay.
The feeling when someone scores on you, what's that like? Because I haven't played hockey since like 2005, competitively.
Normally it's wanting to slam my stick on the ground. That's pretty much my reaction, but I just gotta do harder next time. That's what I strive to do better the next play.
Well, hopefully the Voodoos do have a bit of a response here. As you mentioned, do better on the next play. That's Smith battling with Saucier. Puck flipped in. Lemke chasing after it. Lemke usually a forward playing defense in this one due to all the injuries on the back end for Powassan. Lemke behind the net, far side. Look for McCarthy. McCarthy had the puck bounce over his stick, and no icing on that one. As now bounced right back out to the neutral zone. Took a bit of a bounce off the linesman, skate to Saucier. Saucier in the zone. Now to Smith. Smith going the other way, leading the Voodoos attack. Stops up, takes the shot. Galton with the save. Sturgeon for the rebound. Couldn't get a handle on it now. So now Turner picks it up, gets it to McClelland. McClelland flips it off the boards, down into Espanola territory is the word I was looking for. Flipped right back in. Gordon with a good stick save. Back to Turner. Turner was looking down the ice, has passed to no one in particular. And Espanola just flips it right back in. Gordon quickly to Sturge. Sturge to Patrick. Patrick for Turner. Pethick, far side now. And it's down into Paper Kings territory for McElhaney. McElhaney battling on the far side. Turner in there as well. Comes away with it as Espanola. Paper Kings with possession. Ricci finds it, sends it right back in, cross ice. And that's Pethick with the puck down the ice into Voodoos territory. Case gets to it. And he takes a late hit. That'll go for a delayed offside though. Thompson with it. Going cross ice as he takes a hit now off Cicelli with that one. Ricci with the puck. Tries to get it out of Voodoos territory. He flips it down. Now Turner gets to it. Turner in deep behind Paper Kings territory. He had the puck hop over his stick now, and the Paper Kings have possession once again. Espanola. Cross ice. McMillan found Thompson. Rebound chance. McMillan was right there, but he couldn't corral the puck. Thompson battling in the corner, looking for possession along with McMillan. McMillan kicks it around the far side. Rotundo pinches in. But he has the puck knocked down the ice on him. And that one will go for icing with 5:34 left in the first period. It's 1-0 Espanola here on the Frontline Game Day broadcast. Also on Flow Hockey as well if you were checking this out from home. Welcome. It's probably a little bit warmer than the Powassan Sportsplex, I would imagine.
For sure. It's freezing here.
Just wait till January.
I'm not excited.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
I'm already like teeth chattering here now.
Lemke with a shot. That one's off the knee pad. And it's knocked out of Espanola territory. Turner on the delayed offside had to get back. So going the other way. Knocked away though from Bruce. And Turner gets the puck back into Espanola territory. Looking for McElhaney. And Espanola with the puck. Signoretti taken off the puck. And it's flipped into Voodoos territory now for Lemke. Lemke up the ice for Patrick. Patrick gains the blue line. Nifty little move there to get some room, but he gives the puck away. And it's back to the blue line. And knocked down on the ice. A good tip there as Patrick was falling to the ice. Galton got a piece of it, though, and now kept in by Sturge. Sturge blindly threw the puck on net. He couldn't find his man. And now he throws the puck right back in. Cross ice. Dubroy with it. Dubroy flipping it around near side to Sturge. Sturge skates around the net. Looks for an opportunity out front. Thompson held up a little bit. Couldn't get a shot away. And now the Voodoos showing some good pace here. Thompson with it. Couldn't get a shot away as he fanned on that one. Another chance for the Voodoos on the near side. Back to Sturge at the point. Sturge with another shot. Tipped on net. Back it for Thompson. Puck was sitting right there for McMillan, but the Paper Kings quick to clear it. Battling at the blue line. Paper Kings get the puck down the ice. And walking in is Cowell. Cowell with the shot. That one went wide. Short with it. Back in for Cowell. Cowell to Gringorton. Gringorton back to the point for Pethick. Pethick with a shot. Gordon with a good glove there. Stops that one up. We got a chance to meet Miles Gordon here earlier in the season. Matt Suckerman and myself. Where we got to get to know you kind of thing with him. He's been everywhere, and he's played basically every sport you can think of. Mostly from San Francisco and Winnipeg is where he's been most of his time. So I can't imagine Cassie coming to Powassan and thinking, coming from San Francisco to Powassan is a little bit cooler here.
Yeah, it's a total difference.
Smetham with the puck flips it in. And he's taken away from the play. Denuden gets to it. Or no, McCarthy rather. Now Smetham tried to get the loose puck. And Lyons gets to it, flips it up to Denuden. Denuden lost the puck to Ricci. Flipped in off the skate of Smetham. Less than 3.5 minutes left in this first period. 1-0 Espanola. Smetham skates around, throws it in behind the net for Gordon. Gordon up for Smith. Smith wills it past Denuden. Smetham tried to get to it. And Espanola wins that battle and sends it right back in for Gordon to play. Case with the puck. Flips it cross ice for Smith. Smith with some speed. Tried to get around his man. He couldn't. But he still picks up the loose puck before being taken hard into the boards. Now back for Lemke. Lemke tried to let one loose from the face-off dot in the neutral zone. But he fanned on his attempt. Dawson now with the puck. Goes for a bit of a skate. Throws the puck in from the neutral zone on Galton. And Galton with the stop there. Not wanting to look like as Leaf fan. And I'm still have PTSD about it. Vesatoskala letting in a goal all the way from the Leafs end, or the opposite end. So Galton with a good butterfly save on that one to keep the Voodoos scoreless. Still 1-0 Espanola. Shots on goal 11-10 in favor of Espanola. McElhaney in for the draw. It's won by the Paper Kings. Turner will get to it though. Flips it behind the net for Patrick. Patrick. Back for Turner. Turner knocked hard down by McDonald. Nothing coming on that one, and the Paper Kings flip it right back into Voodoos territory. Case sends it right back down the ice. In for Gordon now. Gordon, though, as it's back into Voodoos territory quickly, sends the puck down the ice. Rampersad up for Ferguson. Ferguson, the lone goal scorer here so far, and former Powassan Voodoo, scoring against his former team from a year ago. Up for Patrick. Patrick couldn't get the puck past the linesman. And now it's to McElhaney. McElhaney couldn't get it past the Paper Kings. And now Signoretti tried to get to it. And it's flipped right back down the ice by Patrick. 1:45 remains in this first period. Signoretti with some speed walks in. It is offside, the linesman said. So the Voodoos may have avoided one there, as the man with 22 goals in 22 games had prime scoring real estate right there. As you mentioned, Cassie, trying to keep him out to the outside. That was not happening on that play.
No, it wasn't, for sure. I've noticed Smetham is a little bit in pain since he got hit.
Good eyes. I did not notice, so we'll have to keep an eye on. Is it Reese or Owen? There's two. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye on Reese.
Yeah, he's holding his side.
Oh, since the one down here.
Yep.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on 19 in green as this one moves on. Pethick for Thompson. Thompson tried to get it back to the blue line. No one was there, so now Lemke comes away with it. Sends it cross ice for Rotundo. Rotundo flips it in, and it's back for Dubroy. Dubroy into Espanola territory, takes a backhand chance on Galton. And Galton turned that one aside. Guthrie sends it right back into Voodoos territory. Case gets to it. Now Case with it going for a bit of a skate out of his zone. Flips the puck right back into Espanola territory. And we're into the final minute here of the first period. Ricci looked for a sharp angle shot. Couldn't get that one away. And now Peters Davey into Voodoos territory. Got around Smetham. And the puck flipped up. Now in tight. Good chance there by Denuden. Denied by the shoulder of Gordon. And we'll have to reset here for Powassan. Ricci found McCarthy. McCarthy got a stick on it. So that negates the icing. Espanola with possession in their own zone now. Paper Kings right back down the ice. That'll go for icing here with 23.1 seconds left in play of this first period. The Voodoos now out shooting the Paper Kings 12-1. As we'll get another offensive zone draw. No, they're saying middle of the ice as that's where the linesman, that's when you know the linesman admit that they were wrong as they go right back to the neutral zone and try and do another face-off here. Espanola into Voodoos territory again. Smetham with it. Flips it right down the ice. Good chance here for Smith. Wraith Smith late. Takes a shot. Rebound, scores! Wraith Smith and the Voodoos are in flight. It's a 1-1 hockey game in the first period as the battalion prospect with his 12th goal of the season deposits his own rebound into the back of the net past Andrew Galton. What a goal, Cassie.
That was a good goal for sure. The defense couldn't keep up with him and didn't get to him in time to stop that goal.
Wow, what wheels, and a great flip pass by Reese Smetham starting that play as well. As now just when it looked like the Voodoos were going to go into the intermission down 1-0. Signoretti with one last attempt here, blocked away by Gordon. And the Voodoos will just play the puck into the corner. And we'll get a stoppage here as the period comes to an end. It's now 1-1 between the Voodoos and the Paper Kings. And Darby McCarthy announced as the goal scorer here in the arena. I don't think that's right, but hey, whatever. Anyways, it is 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. Cassie, before we go to our break, I'll get your first thought or your thoughts on that first period as a whole.
The first period was pretty good, but Espanola wasn't letting the puck really off their stick much, giving the Powassans not a good chance to get it into the back of the net, but they were able to at the very end. So
yeah, great play by Wraith Smith for sure to get the Voodoos on the board. And with that being said, we'll be back with more Frontline on the other side of this intermission.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Barry! Huh? I told you not to be scaring the customers.
Hey, Barry! Come on in for a bite. And bring Brianna with you.
For only 2 minutes up the hill, where you're only a stranger once.
Ready to embark on an electrifying adventure? Look no further than the Mitsubishi Outlander, available in gas or PHEV, the SUV that redefines excellence. Recently awarded the best midsize utility vehicle in Canada for 2023 by AJAC. This bold and sophisticated SUV delivers advanced performance, safety, and tech, plus peace of mind with its standard super all-wheel control and the best warranty in the business. With red-hot deals and plenty in stock, your award-winning drive starts with the Mitsubishi Outlander.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for the second period here between the Powassan Voodoos and the Espanola Paper Kings. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Cassie Millen. And Cassie, I got to ask you, what do you think was said in those dressing rooms? We'll start with Espanola's first. What do you think was said in the dressing room for the Paper Kings during that intermission?
I think that they're being told that they need to, keep up the speed, definitely keep doing what they're doing and pushing the puck out of their zone and keeping it in Powassan's, and just keep going in their blind spots pretty much.
All right, and on the flip side, the other team in green, the Powassan Voodoos, what do you think was said by head coach Peter Goulet to the Voodoos in that intermission?
I think that he's saying that they need to focus on players that are behind them, and definitely the ones that are trying to sneak into their blind spots, and definitely the faster players, and just keep going hard and pushing the puck into the other zone.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with your assessment there, as the Voodoos definitely gave up a lot on the defensive end in that period, and Ferguson made them pay on the power play before Ray Smith in the final minute was able to tie the game back up. And you said you noticed in that first period, though, Reese Smetham, he picked up an assist on the Ray Smith goal. Reese Smetham didn't look quite right to you after taking a hit.
No, he was definitely holding his side. It was tender. You could see that he was a little bit in pain, and the sports medic definitely went up to him and helped him, but he seemed okay at the end of the period.
Yeah, picking up a nice assist on that one. Owen Ferguson as well. He scores a goal, so he's not hard to notice, but he really stood out for you in that first period you were mentioning.
Yeah, he's definitely a tiny, and fast player, so you definitely need to, as a defense, keep your eye on him, because you don't expect those ones really to, especially if they're not the higher on the roster, but you got to pay attention to them, because they'll get into your blind spots and definitely surprise you.
Yeah, he was a very good addition to this Voodoos team when he played here a couple of seasons ago with Mark LaFleur's team. Just coming out of the pandemic, actually, was when he played here. And then the referees there just before the start here, we had a little conference with the Voodoos coaching staff. So we'll have to see what that was all about, or maybe we'll find out later as we get ready for the second period of action here at the Powassan Sportsplex between your Voodoos and the Espanola Paper Kings. The Paper Kings and their road whites are going right to left this period. The Voodoos in their home greens are going left to right. Rufo with the puck, throws it in. Gordon with a good glove on that one, just stopping that line drive as it came into his own zone. And we're 12 seconds into the period with an offensive zone draw, almost carbon copy with how the last one went, in the sense that the Paper Kings had an offensive zone draw right away in that one, Cassie, in the first period. Sorry, I kind of just threw you under the bus on that one as you're getting ready to go.
That's okay. Just wasn't expecting it.
No, all good. Peters Davy with the shot off the draw, blocked aside. And now the Voodoos with possession as Lemke gets it to Patrick. Patrick quickly down the ice as Turner's stick is slashed right out of his hand. And maybe that's what the Voodoos head coaching staff was looking at, because they did not react kindly to the slash on Turner. As now another chance there, and that might be a call right there that might go as a makeup call, as there's a tripping call against the Voodoos. Not to say it wasn't a penalty, but you have to call something like that, I would say, Cassie, when you miss quite the penalty in the middle of the ice there.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely got to call that.
So, and we meet again my old foe, the stanchion here at the Powassan Sportsplex, where I can't see the power play time, as we get ready for the first power play of the game for the Powassan Voodoos. McMillan out for the draw as he tries to win it back to his guys, and now it's back in for Turner behind the net. Turner rims it around to Smith. Smith flips it right back in for Turner. Turner sends it around behind the boards. However, the Paper Kings get to that and send it down the ice. Gordon out to play the puck with Ferguson. Lots of speed from Ferguson in on the penalty kill. Gets to it, tried to get it to Signoretti. However, Ricci gets to it now, and Ricci goes back behind his own net. Stops up, gains some space, gets it to McMillan. McMillan quickly cross ice now for Ricci. Or Smith, rather. Left behind, Turner with the shot. That one's blocked. And down to the ice was McDonald. Another chance turned aside by Galton. Thompson to McMillan to Signoretti. Signoretti flips it right back around, and now the Voodoos get back to it. Smith gets it to Ricci. Ricci tried to flip it in. Signoretti almost had a shorthanded break. Gave the puck away now to McMillan. McMillan right back into the Paper Kings zone. Still over a minute on the power play. Signoretti gets to it. And the puck never got out, or never mind, it did, according to, no, high stick is the call, so the faceoff will come out of the Paper Kings territory. And the Voodoos will have to win another draw here, as we're now under a minute on the power play for Powassan. Lemke out for the draw, as the Voodoos change to their secondary unit. One forward now, Lemke walks into Patrick. Patrick with a shot. He scores! Ryan Patrick on the power play. And the Voodoos take a 2-1 lead here in the second period. Ryan Patrick with his 6th of the season beats Galton. And the Voodoos have their first lead of the game, Cassie, on the power play.
That was definitely a really smooth goal right off the face-off, and pretty much just walked it in.
Yeah, winning that draw was Lemke. And Lemke was able to walk in, get the puck over to Patrick. I thought Patrick maybe held on to it a little bit too long, but he was still able to get the puck past Galton, who was coming across, and it just had it slide underneath his blocker arm, really, as the puck squeaked in. And you got to think, as a goaltender, those ones are killer. Makes me glad I'm not a goalie, that's for sure. You get 99% of the puck, and it's still in the back of your net. Dubroy with the puck in his own zone as we're back underway. McMillan flips it right back into Paper Kings territory. Thompson gets it to Booth, but now it's out of the zone. Signoretti walking in with some speed. Signoretti, good stick there by Ricci, kept him outside, and now McMillan gets to it. McMillan through the neutral zone. McMillan takes a shot, and we're going to get a stoppage here, as it must have been offside against the Voodoos. 17:42 left in the second period, and now both teams, Cassie, have traded power play goals in this one as well, so special teams working out for both teams so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're still at an advantage for shots on goal, so hopefully we can keep up.
Yeah, 15-12 in favor of the Voodoos, as you mentioned. Now the puck down the ice. Cowell was looking for a breakaway on that one. Gordon gets to it, flips it right round the far side. Bring Gordon out to play for the puck. And now Rotundo gets to it for the Voodoos. Rotundo loses it. Sharp angle shot turned aside by Gordon. Rotundo with it, flips it down the ice. Booth flips it right back in. Gordon with it. Rotundo, or McClelland rather, lost the puck. Grin Gordon tried to send it right back down. Now McClelland gets to it and sends it right down the ice. Off the glass. Now the puck right back into Voodoos territory. Gordon plays the puck briefly behind his net to Rotundo. Now the puck up for McCarthy. Rufa flips it right back in. Rotundo gets to it. Rotundo stopping things up quickly. He wasn't given much time though to stop. And now he gives the puck away in his own zone, and the Paper Kings deposited in the back of the net as Peters Davey off a giveaway by Rotundo. It's his 9th of the season. And oh my goodness, if you're Mason Rotundo right now, Cassie, I think you're just going to go back to the bench and hang your head a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. That was an interesting goal, and they're definitely keeping up, both teams. If one has one extra, they get one back up there.
Yeah, good answers by both teams so far. And just a bad giveaway by a young player here in this one who, you know, for most of the season has looked great in Powassan green so far. Bruce, hard into the boards. Puck now back for Patrick in the near side corner. Flips it right back around. Sturge tried to flip it on net. The puck hit a body and went out of play. So we'll get another stoppage here. Another offensive zone draw for the Voodoos. McElhaney will be in for the draw for Powassan. 16:23 here in the second period. And we're all knotted up at 2 apiece. Draw on the far side. McElhaney loses it to the Paper Kings. Puck goes round. Lemke tried to keep it in, and now he loses it to Peters Davey, but then he knocked Peters Davey's stick, came right out of his hand and right up in the air. And now the Voodoos on the counterattack. Flip it right back in. Pethick with it. Flips it around. Peters Davey gets to it all the way back in the neutral zone. One-on-one with Lemke. Lemke flips it right back out as the pass went across. Lyons got to it though. And now the puck on the near side wall. Flipped right back around. Turner now losing his stick as everyone's losing their stick. Anybody who wants a stick right now might be on sale on the ice. Those things are pretty expensive though, so watch out. As now Patrick going down the ice. He's one-on-one with Rufa. Patrick tried to get around his man. Now in tight, threw it out behind the net. Hit the pad of Galton and came out to Case. Case tried to send it down the ice. And now it is Signoretti who got to it. Dawson out there defending him. Gets to Booth. Good stick there by Case. Knocks away that pass. Now Ricci tries to get to it. Signoretti comes away. Signoretti behind the net. Goes for a bit of a skate. Loses possession to Case though. And now it's right back to the point for Short. Short with the shot. Blocked away by Gordon. Back to Short. Short taking another shot. Kicked aside by Gordon. And now Signoretti once again with possession. Cross ice, Short with the shot. That one's blocked in front of the net by Ferguson. Now Dawson gets to it in the near side corner. Dawson got it to Patrick. Puck down in the neutral zone for Dubroy. Dubroy flips it in, going after it. Dubroy picks up the puck. Nobody there to help him though for Powassan as they were going for a bit of a change. And now Thompson flipping it back in. Puck near side to Booth. Booth down the ice. McMillan gets to it. McMillan in his own zone. Going back behind his net. Looking for some options up ice. His pass off his skate and right back on Gordon, who had to be sharp on that one or else it would be a friendly fire goal in favor of the Paper Kings. Dubroy. His pass down for McMillan right off the skates and right back to Dubroy, but now Espanola once again with possession. Bouncing puck in the Paper Kings zone. Dubroy gets to it. Nifty little play to get it back to his forehand. And now it's in the far side corner for McMillan. McMillan back to Rotundo. Rotundo flipping the puck right back in. McMillan to Thompson. Thompson back to Rotundo. Rotundo with a shot. Back for McMillan. A good chance off the rebound. And he just got that one. Or that was Galton who got that one. 13:30 left in this first period. McClelland looking for the puck as it was nearly sent down for Cowell. Voodoos trying to respond here. And now Rotundo with it. Rotundo down the ice to Rampersad. Rampersad in the neutral zone. Flips it right back in on Gordon. Gordon plays the puck. Doesn't like what he sees, so he holds on to it. And we'll get a stoppage of play here with 13:17 left in the second period. Lots of back and forth action here in the second period, Cassie, especially in the past couple of minutes. What are you seeing out there?
I'm seeing a lot of rough play, honestly. There's a lot of holding sticks and not letting go. They're throwing bodies a lot. So I'm going to say rough play. That's what I've seen a lot.
Lemke down the ice, another 2-on-1 with a shot. Kick save. It was on a platter for Smetham, who put it right over the net. Galton's save was right there. The Voodoos so close to taking a 3-2 lead. McCarthy with the puck down the ice. Rampersad right back for Lemke. Lemke up for McCarthy. McCarthy has the puck over his stick and is right back down to Paper Kings territory. Rufa quickly for Peters-Davy. Peters-Davy walking in, takes a shot. Gordon with the save. It's in and out of his glove, so play continues. Now Denuden has the puck knocked away from him. Smith in a foot race with him, tries to get inside. And now his shot on net just meekly turned aside by Galton. Signoretti. Another pass cross ice. Rufa will get to that. Case with a stick deflects that one. As now the puck flipped back around. Ferguson to Short. Short. Near side for Rufa. Rufa's shot in. Looked like it might have been offside, but rather says play on. And now to Signoretti near side. Signoretti with a bit of a whiff on his shot. Look for Ferguson out front. And the puck hopped over his stick. It's going to go all the way down to Paper Kings territory. The Paper Kings flip it down the ice. Booth gets to it, so no icing there as Ferguson's the first in on it for the Paper Kings. Puck flipped right back out of the zone. Short got to it. Delayed offside, so he couldn't play the puck as it bounced back in. Now Pethick quickly down the ice. Rotundo tries to throw the body. He does on the far side. Big hit there by the young defender. And now Espanola once again with possession. It's flipped down the ice. That'll go for icing, but Ferguson is first on that, so that negates the icing call. Booth has the puck on the near side. Flips it in deep for Signoretti. Voodoos come away with it. As that's Thompson. Thompson, near side for McMillan. McMillan takes the shot. Good save there by Galton. Crashing the net was Thompson. And the puck's into the corner. Turner battling for it in the near side corner. Comes away for the Paper Kings. Green Gorton right back down the ice. Flips it right back into Voodoos territory. Sturge with it. Near side, Lemke behind his net now. Lemke to Sturge. Sturge looking up ice for an option. Tried to find McMillan. That misses him. Took a weird bounce off the end board right to Galton. The linesman called icing. But we'll have to see if they go to the center ice as it hit the goaltender or if it's going to go all the way. The Voodoos bench is calling for a draw in the neutral zone. And it's hard to argue with that considering the puck did bounce off Galton. But hey, that's why I'm up here and not on the ice. Puck tries to get it out. That's the Voodoos. Green Gorton gets to it. Green Gorton walking around in his own zone. Or in the Voodoos zone. Puck comes out. And Green Gorton scores somehow, getting it past Gordon. And you got to think the Voodoos are not going to be happy after that one. As it's now 3-2 Espanola as they were looking for the call to go right to center ice. Green Gorton, his 7th of the season, puts the Paper Kings up 3-2 here. And Cassie, if you're Powassan, who held the lead earlier in this period, you got to think that's a little deflating.
Yeah, for sure. It really is, you know. Letting them get the point, especially, like, the defense was not there for that goal. And that's just upsetting, you know, being a player.
Yeah, a bit of standing around for sure. Case with the puck behind his own net now. Down the ice. That's McElhaney with the shot, kicked aside by Galton, or rather Ricci. Booth with the puck. Down the ice for Ferguson. Ferguson walks in, gets the puck behind the net. Puck bounced out again. Now bodies flying everywhere. Coming back to the point, Rufa sends it right back in. Ferguson comes away with it. Back to Rufa. Rufa with the shot. Turned aside by Gordon. Booth tried to get a tip on that. And we'll get a stoppage and play here. And it's also the mid-period break. So we'll be back with more on the front line on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex here for the back half of the second period. It's 3-2 for the Espanola Paper Kings here. I'm Courtney Kenny. Pleased to be joined by Cassie Millen. And Cassie, halfway through the game, what's the feel so far on this one?
Well, there's been some nice shots, but I know I'm not supposed to be rooting for Espanola, and I'm not, but their goalie is definitely blocking some good shots right there. He's been definitely doing his job, but the Powassans need to up their defense.
I have to agree with you on that assessment for sure. It's a good show of sportsmanship between Gordon and Galton there as they skate by each other after the mid-period break is over and tap each other's gloves. So always good to see two goalies respecting each other in battle here in Junior A hockey, of course, between the Voodoos and the Espanola Paper Kings.
Definitely, that's a good show of sportsmanship right there.
Do you guys, when you play, do you have to do the good game after the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate it too. Sometimes we don't want to.
No doubt. Puck thrown in by the Paper Kings. Oh, you just battled against these guys, for 60 minutes, and then you got to go out there and be like, good game, good game.
Especially when they've injured players.
Yeah.
They're just
oh, yeah.
terrible on the ice.
No, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Ferguson, far side, looking out front. Good play there by McElhaney and the Voodoos with some speed. McElhaney into Espanola territory, takes a shot as he cut to the middle. And that puck hit a stick and went out of play. So 9:07 left here in the second period. It's 3-2 for Espanola. And again, the last time that these two teams met, it was a 9-2 victory in favor of the Espanola Paper Kings. Not great news if you're a Voodoos fan, but the game is still 3-2 here in favor of the Paper Kings, so the Voodoos do have a chance to come back, of course. A one-goal deficit. We've seen the Voodoos come back from worse. Even recently, against the Sioux Eagles, they're up 4-1. Up the ice now, Caleb Dawson with the puck. Into the near side. Back to McClellan. McClellan flipped it right back in. Dawson looked a little bit hurt on the play, but he's able to get the puck back in for Owen Smetham. Smetham looks to come out front. He takes a shot. Galton with the save there. As Smetham, with a good chance there, was looking for his fourth goal of the season. And now he's going to mix things up after the whistle, or rather that's Beatty mixing things up after the whistle at 8:37 here in the second period. And that's a prime example there when you start mixing things up after the whistle.
Yeah.
That when you don't want to go and say good game after the game.
That's for sure. That definitely is.
I mean, I play beer league baseball and we have to go do it after the game. And sometimes when a team just beat us 11-1, I don't want to say good game. I just want to go home.
For sure.
We're back underway here in the neutral zone. Lyons with the puck, had it tipped off his stick by Thompson. Trying to get the puck down for McMillan, but the puck comes loose and the Voodoos send it in to the near side cross ice. Sent down the ice. Tripping on that one was the Paper Kings. Now McMillan walking in. McMillan with a chance. He scores! What a goal by Matthew McMillan, his 12th of the season. Toe drag and over the blocker of Galton. It's now tied at 3. What a goal, Cassie.
That definitely was good. Defense just couldn't keep up on that one.
Wow, Matthew McMillan looking great here for the Voodoos all season long. And he's looked great this game for sure. His 12th of the season. That's now his 29th point in 21 games played for Powassan. So, number 10 looking great out on the ice indeed. Puck rolling in on Gordon. It's tipped away. McCarthy gets to it, sends it right around the far side. Guthrie to it. As the puck doesn't come out, and it's flipped right back in. Case with the puck to McCarthy. Now Smith battling for possession. It comes out. McCarthy tried to flip it back in. And it's Smetham, as that'll be called now on the offside, as apparently it did come out of the zone. So we'll get an a draw in the neutral zone for Powassan. I can't speak. It's a little bit tough here.
That makes two of us.
Words are hard.
They are.
As they say, let's do that hockey. And hockey has been done.
Yep.
3-3. As you can say, I guess you could say hockey's been done 6 times in this game. Puck back to the point. Sturge flipping it right back in. Big hit there on Dubroy. But it clears up for Lemke to go behind the net. He threw the puck out front. And there was no one there, so Cowell picks it up for his crew. Guthrie flips it right back around, but now Lemke picks it up in his own zone. Lemke nearly lost the puck, trying to get it out. It does come out to McMillan. McMillan, once again, carries the puck in, was looking to pass it back to Thompson. Had the puck roll off his stick. Now Thompson does get to it on the near side. To Case. Case with a shot high up on the shoulder of Galton. And we'll get another face-off here with 6:58 left in the second period. Shots on goal 22-20 in favor of the Powassan Voodoos. Here 13 minutes into the second period. It'll be Patrick in for the draw on the near side for Powassan. As this one back to McElhaney. McElhaney to Case. Case looked out front, was looking for the tip for McElhaney and hit the net. And then it went back to the blue line. McElhaney picks it up though. He tried to get around Booth, had the puck knocked off his stick, but McElhaney gets it back. Now in the neutral zone, Ferguson picks it up. Back for Case. Case, cross side for Turner. Turner's knocked down to the ice by Pethick. And now battling for it as Ferguson gets away from McElhaney, but the puck rolls to Case. Case flipping it down the ice. Good stick there by Turner, stopped that attempt. But now Ferguson to Signoretti with a shot. Stopped up high by Gordon as the puck falls into his glove. So we'll get another stoppage here and a face-off zone. A face-off in the offensive zone. Again, I can't speak. It's just, I don't know what's going on. I didn't do my Mad Libs before I came here. Just kidding, that's not what that is. I don't know what. Words are hard. I have, for those at home, I have a person looking at me right now, judging me for everything I say. Puck nearly knocked into the net by the Voodoos off the draw as it came off the body, but now Smetham gets it down into Espanola territory. Smith looking for the puck. He does come away with it briefly, but now Espanola once again in possession. Back down the ice was looking for Ferguson as he chips it in. And that one was high that Gordon had to jump up a little bit and get the glove on that. Looking like a Gold Glove winning first baseman. Having to stop a line drive from going out to the outfield. I swear this is a hockey broadcast. 5:51 here in the second period. We're all knotted up at 3. Wraith Smith in for the draw against Lines. Smith wins it back into the near side corner for McClellan. McClellan shovels it down to the other side for Smetham. Smetham into the middle of the ice for Smith. Smith with the shot off the blocker side of Galton. And it's into the corner. Rotundo back out front. Smith with another chance. Galton didn't know where he had that one at first, but he was able to find that in his pads as the Voodoos getting a couple of good chances in that last shift for the offensive line. Can't complain with that.
Don't forget if your program assignment number 3, Jaden Sturge, and number 10, Matthew McMillan.
And now they're going to go for a change. It was a bit of a delay there by the Voodoos. It looked like they were going to go with the same line, but they decided to change it up. As now the proverbial fourth line comes out with Owen Smetham, Nick Beattie, and Caleb Dawson. Rufa sends it right around off the draw. Newton gets to it in the neutral zone. Beattie sends it right back in. Rufa comes away with it, flips it on down. And Lemke gets to the puck now, skates right back in. Lemke walks in around Galton. What a goal! Oh my goodness, Cameron Lemke walked around Galton, left his feet, and he puts the Voodoos up 4-3. That is a highlight reel goal by Cameron Lemke. His 10th of the season. And Cassie, what do you do if you're a defender on that one? Because that was just a guy who wasn't being stopped.
You just kind of have to have faith in your goalie, honestly. At that point when you can't do anything and you know it, you just gotta have faith.
Oh my goodness, that was like Bobby Orr falling through the air. Bit of a different game. That was, for a Stanley Cup championship, but we're here in Powassan. I'll take it. Cameron Lemke with his 10th of the season. What a goal.
It was a really good goal.
That one you'll see again for sure. You will see that one online somewhere. I guarantee it. The Voodoos back with the lead here in this second period. The lead has changed hands 3 times now. Puck rolling in, stopped by Galton. The period started 1-1. The Voodoos went ahead 2-1. Paper Kings tied it, then went ahead 3-2. Voodoos tied it at 3, and now they're up 4-3. Not as wild as the second period, though, in that battalion game last night against the Peterborough Pizza.
Definitely not as wild.
There's definitely a lot less people in the penalty box, too.
Oh, yeah. There was too many to count in there.
There were 6. I counted 6. That was way too many. Plus the penalty attendant. As a shot comes in, Green Gorton, it just goes wide of the net. Puck comes right back out to Pethick as it bounces past his glove. Dubroy right in to get the puck on that one. McMillan comes away with it. McMillan looking out front. Another chance. The Voodoos score again. Chase Thompson, the hometown hero, bats the puck in on Galton. It's now 5-3 on Thompson's 11th of the season. And all of a sudden, momentum has swung far to the Voodoo side, Cassie.
Yeah, Galton's definitely, he's not doing as well as when he started. He's beating himself up, you can tell.
When you're on the ice and the other team starts scoring goals and you feel that it's like that change is happening, what's it like when you know momentum's on the other team's side?
You just, like, I don't know, you want to give up, honestly. Like, it's hard to have the momentum if it's going to the other team.
Yeah, at this point right now, the Voodoos with some great plays have put themselves up 5-3 with 4 minutes left here in the second period. Lots of hockey left. And we'll have to see if the Voodoos are up to the task here with the lead.
Voodoos goal is 11th of the season.
Case flips it around behind the net. McElhaney with it, flips it out. Puck comes out. Another good save there by Gordon. Another chance in the slot. And then the puck came loose as Gordon made the save, but the Paper Kings couldn't get a shot away. Signoretti with the puck. Flips across side to McDonald. McDonald in on Gordon. Gordon makes the save. Comes out to play the puck. Nearly had it taken away from him. Signoretti looked back for Ferguson as the puck was nearly put into a dangerous play by Gordon. Another chance flipped in on net. Case got it off his stick, tipped it on net, and Gordon was able to knock that one out of play. As now they're having issues with the shot clock here. Now we'll have to see what the shots are as they have to catch up a little bit as it had to reset. So right now it's 27 to nothing in favor of the Voodoos. And there's also a penalty coming to the Voodoos as well, as it looks like it might be Turner who's in the box. So the Voodoos now, the Paper Kings 1 for 1 on the power play in this game. Let's see if the Voodoos are able to withstand the tide here. Signoretti with possession. Walking in. Good stick there by Lemke. Sends the puck down the ice as it got back to Patrick. So killing some time here is the Voodoos is now Lemke in on the penalty kill. Right back for Signoretti. Slowly out of his zone to Ferguson. Ferguson gains the zone. Another good stick by the Voodoos. Knocks the puck over to Rotundo. Rotundo's clearing attempt did come out, and it will go against the Paper Kings here as it was a high stick trying to block that puck from leaving the zone. So with a minute 30, the faceoff will come all the way down at the Paper Kings blue line. A little bit of a break here for Powassan. Chase Thompson out for the draw. Lines for his crew for the Paper Kings. Waiting for the draw, Thompson. And now the puck's tied up in the neutral zone. Comes away, now finally McDonald gets to it. McDonald gains the zone, stops up, gets back to Guthrie. Guthrie, back for McDonald. McDonald to Guthrie. Playing pitch and catch here. Another chance, shot on goal. Gordon with the save. And a Paper Kings body ends up in the net. I guess that one doesn't count though, eh, Cassie?
No. They never catch the ones that are supposed to count.
Thompson, once again, in for the draw against lines, this time on the far side of the Voodoos zone. Minute 10 left on the man advantage here for the Paper Kings. The Voodoos try to clear, but it's kept in by Guthrie. Puck, far side lines. Back to the point. McDonald to Guthrie. Guthrie looking for a lane. It is out to the slot, but turned away by the Voodoos and sent all the way down the ice. Galton out to play it. 50 seconds remaining. Leaves the puck behind the net for McDonald. McDonald looking for his options here to Guthrie. Back to McDonald. McDonald quickly down the ice. Finds Denuden. Denuden nearly had the puck roll away from him. Ferguson, good for backup. Ferguson walks in, takes the shot, kicked away by Gordon. Rotundo gets to it, tries to flip it out. Now willed down the ice by Lemke. And the puck is down into Espanola territory with 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage. A minute 40 left in the second period. 5-3 Powassan leads. As now the Paper Kings get set behind their net. Up to Peters-Davy. Peters-Davy flipping it right back in. Gordon out to play it. Looks to rim it around the glass. Rufa couldn't stop that one in his own zone. And now Lemke in a chase as it'll come down to Galton, but there will be an interference call against Rufa here as he stopped Lemke from getting down the ice, and with it being back to 5-on-5, the Voodoos will now go on the man advantage. So Espanola is 1 for 2 on the evening, and we'll have to see Powassan, who scored a power play goal here earlier in this period, if they're able to go 2 for 2 on their man advantage here, as they will, unless they score quickly, will likely finish off this period on the man advantage with a minute 23 left. Face-off on the far side. Thompson out for it against Signoretti. Thompson won it, but the Paper Kings get first possession, kept in by the Voodoos. McMillan leaves it for his man. Shot on goal, turned aside by Galton. Now the puck goes around on the near side. Ricci out to play it. Ricci flipping it right back in. Thompson tried to get there. Now the puck back to Ricci at the point. He has the puck past him, and now it's a 2-on-1 here for the Paper Kings. Smith out for Ferguson as it was Signoretti. Signoretti walking in as he's taken down by Thompson on a big hit there. Gordon covers it up on what could have been a very dangerous play for the Paper Kings, Cassie.
It definitely could have. Ferguson was right there. He almost had it, but they picked up, saw where he was, and definitely blocked it.
Lemke in for the draw now for his boys. 53.9 seconds left in this period. Case loses it to Signoretti, but now McElhaney comes away with it. McElhaney behind the net, over for Case. Case stops up. Good play there as Ferguson gets to it in the slot. He's taken off the puck by Lemke, and now Case looking down the ice. Case gets it in for McElhaney. McElhaney around his man, and then he gave it away. Signoretti, as the Voodoos getting all their wires crossed here on the power play, just sends it right back into Powassan territory with 20 seconds remaining here in this period. Lemke to Smetham. Smetham lost it. Now Case tries to get it. Now he's able to carry it in. Good chance there is turned away, and now with 10 seconds left, the puck is sent right back down to the neutral zone. McElhaney coming away with it. McElhaney walking in. Tries to get a shot away, blocked there by Rampersad. Another shot coming in late, as that'll do it here for the second period of play. After 40 minutes, the Voodoos lead 5-3, and they will remain on the power play to start the third period. Cassie, before we go, once again, your thoughts here on an eventful second period.
It was definitely eventful, and I think I follow up my statement with that Ferguson should be watched. He's definitely getting close to their net, and someone needs to be right on him at all times.
Yeah, he's a dangerous player for sure for the Espanola Paper Kings. Again, the Voodoos do lead 5-3 heading into the third period, so we'll be back with more Frontline action and Powassan Voodoos action on the other side of this intermission.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today. Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Barry!
Huh?
I told you not to be scaring the customers.
Hey, Barry! Come on in for a bite. And bring Brianna with you.
For only 2 minutes up the hill, where you're only a stranger once.
Ready to embark on an electrifying adventure? Look no further than the Mitsubishi Outlander, available in gas or PHEV, the SUV that redefines excellence. Recently awarded the best midsize utility vehicle in Canada for 2023 by AJAC. This bold and sophisticated SUV delivers advanced performance, safety, and tech, plus peace of mind with its standard super all-wheel control and the best warranty in the business. With red-hot deals and plenty in stock, your award-winning drive starts with the Mitsubishi Outlander.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex here for the third period between the Powassan Voodoos and the Espanola Paper Kings. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Cassie Millen, and we'll get her opinion on the third period here momentarily. Quickly, I'll tell you what's going on around the league, score-wise. At the start of the third period, it's the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners up 4-1 on the Hearst Lumberjacks. It's 3-0 for the Sioux Eagles over the Sioux Thunderbirds over the Sioux Eagles. At the start of the third period, it's 3-1 in favor of the Elliott Lake Vikings over the French River Rapids midway through the second. And halfway through the second period, the Iroquois Falls Storm lead the Timmins Rock 1-0. If we're taking a look at the league as a whole, the Powassan Voodoos come into this one up in first place in the East Division with 30 points. Timmins trails them by 2. They have 28, and they also trail in games played too. The Voodoos have one more games played. When you look at the Paper Kings, they got 32 points on the other side. So every team in the top 5 in the West leads the East in points right now, except for Elliott Lake, of course, with 12 points. But every other team, the other 5 teams, at least have 31 points. The Voodoos have the most points in the East with 30. So the West, a little bit of a logjam, but it is what it is. Looking back at the scoring summary of this one, as the Voodoos are up 5-3. Owen Ferguson got the first goal of the game, his 14th of the season. Ray Smith answered back late in the first with his 12th. Ryan Patrick got the scoring started in the second with his 6th. Blake Peters-Davy with his 9th. Atlee Grant-Gorton with his 7th. And Matthew McMillan his 12th. Cameron Lemke his 10th. And Chase Thompson has brought us to where we are now as we're underway for third period action at the Powassan Sportsplex. Once again, Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Cassie Millen in this one. 5-3. As the Voodoos still find themselves on the power play. The Paper Kings in the road whites are going left to right this period. The Voodoos in their home greens. Right to left is Lemke. Threw that one on net just over Galton's shoulder. Puck sent right back in. Patrick tried to bat it away as the puck is down into Voodoos territory, and that'll bring us back to 5-on-5 hockey. Also, Patrick sporting a bit of a light pink tape job on his stick here to begin this period as well, so interesting to see that. McElhaney dancing his way through some defenders, finds his way in, tried to get around Galton, he does, held on to the puck a little bit too long maybe, as he had a bunch of players down and out. Puck right back down into Voodoos territory, no icing there, DeBroy out to play it. Back down the ice for Sturge. Pethick flipping around, sends it right back down into Voodoos territory, and that will go for icing. And welcome, Cassie, to the third period. I just want to get your thoughts here going into the final frame so far.
So far it seems like Voodoos are still leading in shots on goal, and they just got to keep up with that and keep putting pucks in the net and not letting Espanola get close to their goalie.
5-3 Voodoos lead again, 28-23 the shots in favor of the Voodoos. As now Espanola going the other way. Taking a shot well high of the net and off the glass. Going the other way, the Voodoos tried to get the puck, but now it's right back in for Case to play. And Dubois with a good stick, or rather, a good stick if you're the wall, as the puck comes out and hits the wall on the far side. Once again, 5-3 in favor of the Voodoos. Looking back on this past week, the Voodoos had 6 members on Team NOJHL East that went 1-2-1 with coaches Josh Hardiman and Peter Goulet behind the bench of players Chase Thompson, Alex Case, Matt McMillan, Ryan Patrick, Ray Smith, and goaltender Daniel Girocolo representing the team in Trenton. On the other side, the Paper Kings had Owen Ferguson. He was on the NOJHL West at the Eastern Canada Cup, and that's a goal for the Paper Kings as they come back to within 1. It's 5-4. As that's Booth who leads back to the bench. Grant Booth is 5th of the season, making this game a little bit more interesting here. 5-4, less than 2 minutes gone in the third period, Cassie.
Yeah, it was an interesting goal, but Gordon was certainly out of his net with that pass, and then he didn't have enough time to get back over to block that goal.
We'll have to see if he is able to kind of bear down on that a little bit as the period moves on. Puck down into Voodoos territory, and that'll once again go for icing here against the Paper Kings. So the Voodoos once again with another offensive zone draw. 28-24, the shots in favor of the Voodoos as well. And Booth, once again, the most recent goal scorer with his 5th goal of the season. Patrick in for the draw on the far side of Paper Kings territory. McElhaney. How big will that opportunity now be where he was able to skate around the net and couldn't find anyone to shoot the puck on net? Lemke tripped up. No call coming on that one. As now the puck on the far side. McElhaney collides with the Paper King and collides with another one. Puck on the boards. Far side. McElhaney comes away with it. Skates around behind the net. Looking for his options. Flips it around behind the net. Now it's Patrick with it. Patrick leaving it for Case. Case tries to bat the puck out of the air. Bounces out. And then that'll go. It looks like a penalty coming against a team here now as this roughing. That looks like it's going to go against the Paper Kings. That's bring Gorton in the box. And we've seen the power play by the Voodoos be lethal so far. They couldn't get anything going late in the second period, though, Cassie, on that power play. But now they have the man advantage once again.
Yeah, so hopefully they'll be able to at least get one more goal and make sure that they're 2 ahead of the Paper Kings.
McMillan hits the post right away as he scored a gorgeous goal in the second period and nearly got another one there. McMillan walks in behind the net. Thompson takes a hit, loses the puck, and now it flips up, comes out to Galton, and he's just going to grab that one with his glove and stop things up here. He didn't like the pace of play maybe and wants to slow things down for his boys in front of him. Thompson in for the draw on the near side. Wins it, but now the Paper Kings get quick possession and send it down the ice. Smith chasing after it, gets to his own zone. Smith up for McMillan. McMillan with some speed into the Paper Kings zone to Turner. Turner throws across ice, was looking for Thompson, who had a chance to direct the puck in, but a good block there by the Paper Kings negates that. Now McMillan dancing around, takes another shot off the blocker and back to the blue line. Smith keeping it in. Looks for Ricci. Puck comes in again. Another chance. Thompson, there he is out. Tries to wrap it in. Another chance on the doorstep. And the Voodoos get their 6th of the game. What a goal by the Powassan Voodoos. That's Zach Turner here bringing Powassan up 2 goals once again. Zach Turner's 4th of the season, Cassie. You talked about it, trying to get that 2-goal lead again. And the Powassan Voodoos did exactly that.
You feel safe when you got a 2-goal lead. You're leading the whole game, and you got the advantage.
The puck found Turner. It was just sitting right there in the blue paint as Galton was down and out. Thompson with a good chance initially, and Turner was the beneficiary of that one. As now the Voodoos strike for their 2nd power play goal of the game. Smetham to Patrick. Patrick skates the puck in. He had it knocked off his stick by Signoretti. Now going the other way is Espanola. Flipping it in. Gordon went to poke at the puck, and then he knocked it down and is stopped there. But now it's behind the net. Another chance from a sharp angle by Signoretti. Missed and hit the far side corner. Espanola tries to come away with it once again. Now it's Case to Patrick. Patrick flips it down the ice for Case to chase after. That was going to be icing. It is icing. Case was the first one there. And a lot of the Voodoos faithful, not big fans of that call by any means. Looks like it's going to go to the neutral zone, as the linesmen admit a fault on that one. Case was by far and away in before the Paper Kings player, Cassie, I thought.
For sure he was.
Thompson wins the draw to Dubroy. Dubroy nearly lost the puck to Ferguson, but now it's back down to Dubroy. Dubroy, or rather that was Lemke. Puck into Paper Kings territory. McMillan behind the net. In the near side corner, leaves it there for Thompson. Thompson back to Lemke. Lemke looking for a quick shot, and that one just flipped off his stick. And now, back into the neutral zone. Signoretti back to his man Rampert, or Short. Lemke with the puck behind his net, slowing things down. Signoretti comes and forces the issue to Sturge. Sturge looking down the ice, finds Dubroy. Dubroy cross ice, was looking for Thompson. Thompson was wide open, but the puck was just out of his reach. Thompson with a good stick, knocks that one away and flips it right back in to Paper Kings territory. Now McDonald with it. Flips it back in for Patrick. McElhaney to Turner. Turner with the puck back to McElhaney. McElhaney over for Patrick. Maybe one pass too many as the puck rolls away. As Lines comes away with it, takes another shot from the blue line. It missed the net. Peters Davey with a chance off the side of the net, and the puck somehow comes out front. Turner to McElhaney. McElhaney gains the zone. Got around one guy. Couldn't get the puck quite on net, though, as Thompson flipped around. Peters Davey flips it right back down the ice. Patrick chasing after it, as that will not be icing. Patrick battling in the corner. Puck on the far side. 14-10 left here in this third period. The Voodoos are up 6-4, and the referees blow that one down. And now a bit of a shot after the whistle. McElhaney's not going to get the benefit of the doubt, and the Voodoos will find themselves penalized as McElhaney's going to go to the box. And that's just one of those penalties, I think, right now, Cassie, you can't afford to take.
Yeah, no, for sure you can't, especially in the third period. Like, that's, you're taking a huge chance with that penalty.
Yeah, McElhaney had put together a couple of good shifts here, dancing around all the Paper Kings players, and now takes a bit of a shot after the whistle and finds himself in the box for 2 minutes or less. Refs were quick on that one, not to let that go any further. So Paper Kings on the man advantage here. Chance in tight, looking out front, that was Ferguson. Puck one back for Case, and he sends it down the ice. Now Turner shorthanded, in alone. Turner with the shot, big save by Galton. Turner was looking for his second here, second in this period as well. But a big save by the goaltender Galton negates that, and it's still only a 6-4 lead for the Powassan Voodoos. A minute 25 left here in this period. Flip down the ice, Turner gets to it. Now he only has one man left to beat. Instead, gets to the blue line and throws the puck on net and goes off for a change. So a minute 18, the Voodoos will now get an offensive zone draw because of the stoppage of play by Galton. And I think if you're on the penalty kill, you'll love an offensive zone draw. Voodoos looking dangerous here, down a man. Thompson in for the draw. And Thompson wins it back to Sturge. Sturge just going to play keep away as he retreats from the blue line, and then he gets to the red line and flips it right in cross ice, killing some valuable time here on the penalty kill. Now Ferguson with a head of speed down the ice, gets around Sturge, flips it in for Green Gorton. Green Gorton with a shot, big save by Gordon, another chance, and that one went through the blue paint but couldn't find pay dirt for the Paper Kings. Ferguson on the near side, gets it back to Signoretti. Signoretti to Ferguson. Back to the point for Signoretti, who couldn't handle that pass. And the puck down the ice, and the Paper Kings will have to retreat. Up quickly to Ferguson. 35 seconds left. Now the puck comes back to Ferguson. A good stick there by Turner, knocks it off his stick, and back to the neutral zone. 30 seconds left on the man advantage. McDonald twisting and turning back into his own zone. Back for Signoretti. Signoretti up for Den Uden. Den Uden gets around Ricci, takes the shot. That one rode off the stick of Gordon and out of play. So another stoppage here. And I would have to say so far, Cassie, this is a textbook penalty kill by the Voodoos.
For sure, yeah.
15 seconds left on the man advantage. 32-24 are the shots in favor of Powassan. 12:22 left in the third. Lots of hockey left, of course. Lemke talking with the linesman. And now the referee, they decide to change sides of where the face-off's going to be. And now going from the far side to the near side. Lyons in for his team against Lemke. And Lyons wins it back to the point for McDonald, but quickly on him was Turner, and the puck comes out. 10 seconds left on the man advantage. McElhaney ready to get back out on the ice. McDonald sends it down the ice. Case gets to it. Flips it around for Den Uden. Den Uden back down the ice. McElhaney just missed picking that one up, and then Short came out of the bench but couldn't pick it up, or else it would be too many men. Guthrie, Short battling with McElhaney behind the Espanola net now. As the Paper Kings keep battling for possession. And the Voodoos doing a good job here of just killing time with the puck against the boards. 11:40 now left in the third. Comes away with it is Lyons. Quickly down the ice is Espanola. Battle on the far side. Lyons tries to get it around the end wall. Rotundo to McElhaney. McElhaney gains the zone, walks in, takes the shot. That one hit a body and flipped wide. Thompson now with the puck behind the net. He flipped it back to the point and looks up and grabs the top of his helmet as he didn't know that no one was there. So he sent it right back down into his own zone. Looking to make the play. Instead, the Voodoos now have possession in their own zone. As the puck comes back to the blue line and out for Rampersad. Rampersad in the neutral zone. Gains the blue line, takes a shot from the neutral zone and missed the net. Now Cowell with the puck in his own, or in the Voodoos zone. Rampersad at the point looking for the one-timer. It went wide. Puck back up for Dubroy. Battling for it with Rufa in the Espanola zone. Back up for Cowell. Cowell in the neutral zone for his team. Battling for possession of the puck. Caden Cowell, the former U18 Trapper last year, flips it in cross ice to Sturge. And Ricci comes away with it, looking cross ice for Smith. Smith with some speed, but the puck's going to be out of his reach. Looks to flip it out front. It hits a body, bounces out. McCarthy tried to get the puck to settle down, and now Espanola going the other way with Green Gorton. In for Saucier with a shot. Big save there by Gordon. He looked behind him, but he had it up in his arms. And that's the 10-minute mark, so that means we'll be back with more Frontline action on the other side of this quick little break.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
That's right. As we get closer to the end of the game, we'll be talking 3 stars after the game. And, of course, there's no shortage of stars in this one. As combined 10 goals scored in this one, Cassie. Not really, as someone who plays defense, probably not a great defensive effort, I would say, out on the ice to this point by both teams scoring 10 goals.
Yeah, it's an interesting game, especially the way the defense are playing right now.
Both games that you've taken in now with the Voodoos, between last Friday and this Friday, well, it was a 9-6 game, and now 6-4. So I would say defense has definitely been thrown out the window these past 2 games here at home.
Yeah, for sure.
10 minutes left in the third period, 6-4 Voodoos lead. We talked about Cowell, we talked about Russo was out of the game, and we talked about Dawson playing for the U18 Trappers, but the Great North U18 League also represented in the form of Caden Dubroy, who played for the Sudbury Nickel Capitals last year. He now applies it straight to the Powassan Voodoos, one of the first signees of the Voodoos in the offseason. Sorry, flips the puck in, decided to come to Powassan after APing for them last year instead of playing for his hometown Cubs. And as somebody from North Bay, I'd say he made the right choice. Puck down for Turner, flipping it right back in. Pethick with the puck in his own zone. To Rotundo. Back in. McElhaney with a sharp angle shot. Couldn't get it to go, though. Now it's in front for Patrick on a good pass by McElhaney, but Patrick couldn't get the shot off. Now a nice little tip up front by McElhaney to Turner. Turner, sharp angle to McElhaney. McElhaney hit a body. He had a wide open cage as Galton was on the other side of the crease, but couldn't get it to go. Another chance. Big save by Gordon. As the puck bounced out right in front of Gordon's net, and that was a big chance there by Guthrie. Ferguson on the delayed offside had to hold off as Green Gorton was still in Voodoos territory. As now McClelland with the puck behind his own net. McClelland going for a bit of a skate, gets it up to Owen Smetham. Sharp angled shot, missed the net. Dawson battling with his man on the far side. Is flipped down the ice for Beattie to McClelland. McClelland off the pants of a Paper Kings player. Now Guthrie skating right back in, or Booth rather. The most recent goal scorer for the Paper Kings. Before the Voodoos answered back on the power play. Now Lemke flipping it into Espanola territory. And is flipped right back down the ice to Voodoos territory. But that'll be McMillan who picks it up. And that'll go for icing with 11:59 gone here in this period, or 8:01, depending on how you prefer to look at the clock. And again, 6-4 Powassan Voodoos lead, 32-26 the shots on goal as well. It's going to be an interesting couple of minutes here. We'll have to see if the Paper Kings elect to pull their goalie early to try and get something going with 8 minutes left. It might be a little bit too early, but you never know. McMillan with a shot goes wide. As now, we'll see a steady dose of these two, Signoretti and Ferguson. Signoretti flipping it around behind the net to Booth. It's back in for Ferguson behind the net to Signoretti. He tried to throw the puck on net from the backhand. However, he couldn't find pay dirt there either. McMillan walking in to Espanola territory, gets it to Thompson. Thompson stops up, taken into the boards by Ferguson. Back to McMillan on the near side half wall. Battle with Signoretti. Puck knocked back to the blue line. And now Rampersad comes away with the puck. He spins and turns around as Espanola goes for a quick turn or change. Rampersad down the ice, walking in. Has the puck off his stick, but that's Peters Davey who picks it up. Now Case battling for it. Lyons comes away with it. Weird redirection on Gordon as he's able to stop that one. Puck to the near side. Reese Smetham. Up for Smith. Smith flips it in, chases after the puck. He tried to find a pass out front to McCarthy, but the puck rolled off his stick. And now the puck back for Denuden. Lyons with a head of speed through the neutral zone. Lyons with a shot. Gordon kicks that one aside. Peters Davey gets to that one. And that one's tipped away by McCarthy. Lemke up for Smith. Smith flipping the puck on net. Is kicked aside by the stick of Galton. Right back down to the neutral zone for Lemke, who flips it right back in for Galton to play. 6 minutes left here in regulation. Cowell tried to gain the Voodoos zone, had the puck knocked off his stick pretty quickly. Now it's back to Cowell in the neutral zone. Runs into McClelland to Patrick. Patrick lost it. Green Gorton going cross ice. And it's off the skate of a Paper Kings player, and Pethick will have to pick it up in the neutral zone. He left it for Turner, and now McElhaney and Pethick are tangled. And with McElhaney falling with Pethick, that led to an offside call as Turner was behind by a couple of steps. He tried to stop up, but it was deemed that he had touched the puck in the offensive zone, so we'll get another stoppage here. Cassie, what's going through your mind here as you look at the final 6 minutes here with a 2-goal lead for Powassan?
Well, I mean, Powassan's in the lead, but you never want to jinx it, and anything can happen when you're not expecting it, so.
Jinx it, like someone said, overtime last night at the battalion game with 5 minutes left in the third period?
My bad. Won't happen again.
Rampersad flipping the puck into Voodoos territory, flipped right back out by the Voodoos. Now Short chasing after it in his own zone. Stopping things up in his own zone, gets it up to Guthrie. Guthrie leaves it for Cowell, he loses it, and Dubreuil knocks it right back in. Thompson chasing after it, far side now, Cowell gets to it, and he tries to flip the puck out. He does. Case gets to it at the red line, flipping it right back in. Thompson gets a stick on it, and it's tipped down the ice. Guthrie back after it. McCarthy now with it. 5:10 left here in the third period. And McCarthy comes away with the puck down to Thompson. Thompson flips it in high. Galton grabs it with his glove. Saw McCarthy coming and decided, you know what, we're just going to stop things down here and slow things down. So an offensive zone draw for the Voodoos. 5:01 left in the third period. Shots have been at 32-28 for a little while now. Wraith Smith in for the draw for his mates on the far side in the Espanola zone. And Smith came away with it, but he got it to McCarthy. So it was nearly knocked away. McCarthy flipped it behind the net. Smith will chase after it. Smith to Smetham. Smetham in the near side corner, battling with McCarthy in there as well, as the Paper Kings try to regain possession. That's McDonald on the near side. Smetham comes away with it, tried to walk out front. A good block out there by Galton as he jumps on it. Now McCarthy exchanging words with a Paper Kings player right there, as they didn't seem to like him being too close to their goaltender after the whistle. 4:34 left here. We'll have to see if calmer heads prevail. I know the last time that the Paper Kings were here in town, I was told, as I wasn't at this game unfortunately, there was a steady stream of highlighter green going to the penalty box in that game. .434 left in the third period. 6-4 Voodoos lead. Thompson in for the draw, wins it. McMillan with a quick turn and shoot, but it's wide of the net. Puck comes out to Ferguson. Ferguson flips it in. Ricci gets to it. It rides up the glass and hits the meshing. So it's out of play, and we'll get another stoppage here with 4:19 left in the third period. Cassie, are you a fan of the goalie being pulled?
Depends.
On
what team it is and what the play looks like when it's happening.
Fair enough. Case off the face-off, wins it around to the far side, and the Voodoos send it right back down the ice. Rampersad to Rufa. Rufa sends it down the ice. Case got to it, but Signoretti picks it up off a weird bounce. Ferguson tries to get it back to the point. He does, but McMillan's able to chip it out, and McMillan finds it. McMillan gets it back to Lemke in his own zone, quickly over for Sturge. Sturge has the puck go by him, and Lemke comes in chasing after the puck, finds it, gets to it, sends it to McMillan. 3.5 minutes left here in this third period. We'll have to keep an eye on Galton as we get late here in the final frame. Puck far side, McElhaney with it, flips it right back in to Paper Kings territory. Rufa finds it on the near side, down the ice to the neutral zone. Line sends it in deep. Gordon picks it back up. That's Lines once again with it. Puck on the near side wall. Down the ice for Patrick. Patrick. Good desperation pass to McElhaney. What a save by Galton. Patrick on the doorstep. Slides the puck in. Galton arguing his case. But Ryan Patrick with his 7th of the season and give McElhaney his first point in Battalion Green. What a save by Galton initially, Cassie. But Patrick right there to knock in the rebound.
Yeah, that's for sure. You gotta always have someone there for the rebound for these chances like this.
It's now 7-4 in favor of the Voodoos. And now the referees are conversing, or referee and a linesman are conversing over at the Paper Kings bench. As the Paper Kings coach tries to plead his case, Galton looking down and looking at the bench. Keeps looking down, but keeps looking at the benches. He was hot right after that goal. Cassie getting up, looking for it to get waved off.
Yeah, he's beating himself up and hopefully wishing that the refs are on his side, but it doesn't look like that at all.
Head coach Peter Goulet looking to talk to the referees now. He's wanting to know if everything's good to go. Looks like it is. The scoreboard hasn't changed. A 7-4 Voodoos. Ryan Patrick with the second goal of the game. Right on the doorstep once again is McElhaney with a beautiful play. And Galton with an arguably even better save. Just had no support on the rebound. Puck down the ice now for Smith. It's a 2-on-1 for the Voodoos. Smith takes the shot, just missed the net. And now the puck out to Case. Case over for Ricci. Ricci for Smith. Back in for Case. Case battling for it, gets to Smetham. Smetham flips it in. And Galton gets to it. Flips it around behind to Den Uden. Lines going the other way. As the puck into Voodoo's territory with 2 minutes. We'll have to see now if Galton will get pulled with a 3-goal deficit. Lemke behind the net. 2 minutes left. Rampersad at the neutral zone. Flips it in for Ferguson. Ferguson sends it in, but it's off Lemke's skates, so it's wide of the net. Now Beattie with the puck. He's stripped by Ferguson. Another chance. Signorelli with a good shot. Turned away by Gordon. Another chance by Booth is blocked. And the puck back out to the blue line. Smith whacking away at it. Can't find it. Rotundo gets to it. Rotundo, as there's a pile up over on the far side. The puck not moving anywhere. Signoretti. And the Paper Kings looking for a call now to end play as precious time is ticked away by the Voodoos. But now the puck finally comes free. 1:15 here left in the third. Rampersad flipping it right back in. Lemke gets to it, and it's down the ice to the neutral zone. Ferguson walking in to Booth. Near side as we're into the final minute now. Rampersad with a shot, and that one goes wide. Galton still in his crease. Rampersad goes for a skate, walking in. Back to McMillan now as McMillan picks up the loose puck. And it's turned aside by McClellan. Thompson down in there. McMillan now another chance. He scores! Roofing it over Galton. Matthew McMillan with his 13th goal of the season, his second of the game. It's now an 8-4 game for the Voodoos here with 35.3 seconds. How about that goal, Cassie?
You might as well just walk away at that time now if you're the Paper Kings.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. 8-4, the Voodoos doubling up the Paper Kings. Wow, what a turn of events here.
They also haven't pulled their goalie, which is...
Well, I doubt they will be now.
No, for sure not.
It was interesting. I wasn't sure if they were going to, as we get an offside here. After they went down by 3, but they're definitely not here after 4 for sure. You don't really want to. Well, the Voodoos have already put up 8 against Galton, who came into this game with a .271 goals against average and a .931 save percentage. Gordon plays the puck, leaves it for McClellan. Rotundo in there as well. As the puck up against the end wall right where the Zamboni comes out. Greg Gorton to Guthrie. Guthrie tries to get the puck out front and is flipped down the ice by the Voodoos. And that'll do it here as the Powassan Voodoos come away with a big victory over the Espanola Paper Kings, 8-4 here on a Friday night at the Powassan Sportsplex. What a victory by the Voodoos, Cassie. And maybe you need to come to these games more often as they're 2-0 with you in attendance.
Yeah, I'm definitely willing to come to more games.
They put up 9 last week in a victory, 9-6 over the French River Rapids. And another 8 here as they now salute the crowd before they skate off the ice. Always happy to have the support of the community of Powassan here as the Paper Kings skate off the ice. Once again, 8-4. We'll just have to wait to see who the 3 stars of the game are in this one. Something tells me Ryan Patrick and Matthew McMillan might get some star nods here by the Voodoos.
For sure. I mean, Paper Kings are walking off with their heads hanging low, and they're obviously not happy about this game.
No, I mean, they had the lead for most of it, and now they go away losing 8-4 in this one. Not a good end for the Paper Kings, and there was a few lead changes, of course, in that second period, as we mentioned before as well. But, yeah, it looks like 2 Voodoos over on the far side.
The third star from Espanola, number 9, Owen Ferguson.
Third star being Owen Ferguson. Hard to argue that.
Voodoos, number 10,
Matthew McMillan, the second star of the game. Again, hard to argue with that.
And the first star from the Voodoos, number 20,
And Cameron Lemke picking up first star of the game as well. Cameron Lemke playing defense as a usual forward. Had himself a heck of a game, I would say. And you play defense. How hard would you say it would be for a forward to come back and play effective defense?
I'd say it would be a hard switch up, you know? You get into like the momentum of one, and then you have to completely switch it after.
Fair enough. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do it, that's for sure. But we'll be back right after this with our final thoughts on the game.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
All right, Cassie, before we sign off for the night, what are your final thoughts on this one here? A big 8-4 victory for the Powassan Voodoos.
Probably came in thinking they're going to win because of their last game against the Powassan Voodoos, but Powassan just outnumbered them.
Big time for sure. 8-4, doubling it up. Well, Cassie, really appreciate you stepping up in some emergency duty here as my color analyst for this one.
Thank you for having me as your color analyst for this one.
No, I can't complain too much, of course. That's Cassie Millen, sorry.
That's okay.
You're the one that told me the wrong pronunciation initially, so I will harp on you for that one. Anyways, yeah, so huge thank you to Cassie for joining me. A huge thank you to Mike Brown, our camera operator, for those watching on Flow Hockey. And as always, I'm Courtney Kenny. Check out the Frontline on anywhere you can find your podcasts, and of course on YouTube as well. And as always, keep your eye on the Frontline.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day.